Rashid is going to be a problem, and not just because of this broken tornado glitch that Capcom's already looking into. My extremely early prediction is he'll be in the stronger half of the cast. He shares similar tools to other top tiers, and has plenty of strong tools that make him stand out. So in this video, we'll go over why I think Rashid has potential. The first of these tools is his fireball. So his fireball, core circle forward, kick, and you have 3 different directions, but where I think this really shines is the charged version. So if you charge this up, it doesn't look that much better, but it leaves this like tornado out, and this tornado lets you enhance a couple of your moves. And I think both of these enhanced moves are extremely cheap. So take, for example, you do this, and if it hits, you get a combo on hit, and you saw that like literally carry them to the corner. The other big advantage is this is plus on block. So that's all true block string that gets you +2 in throw range, which means that they can't mash out of this throw, and they're already way closer to the corner. The other thing that's really good is you can cancel this in the Eagle Spike, and -15 by pushing you out full screen. It's really hard to punish. You kind of have to like snipe it out with something invincible, and you can always fake it, right? So take, for example, if you do this while the tornado is not out, you just get a regular spin mixer and you can potentially bait the reversal that way. So obviously the way to deal with this is you have to preempt it, right? This has a very long total. It's basically like more than a second of animation. So that means the opponent has to approach, which is good. You want the opponent to approach a character like Rashid, because then you can start to take advantage of some of his other strengths. And the first of this is his anti-air. I think his anti-air is crazy good. I still mash the spin mixer. You don't actually have to mash the spin mixers in this game, but in 5 you did, so I keep pretending it's like 5. Yeah, the cool thing about this is it beats cross-ups really nice. It's very consistent. You do have to do it a little early, because if you don't do it early enough, I mean, even it worked there, but if you do it like kind of late, you will get hit out, but it's not that big of a deal. You just have to have pretty good reactions, and I think it's super consistent. This is also a really good anti-air, very fast. I actually really like this bud. And the cool thing is you can cancel it into this move, which is extremely cheap too. And then you get plus frames. So this is probably the third thing that I think makes him really stand out from the rest of the cast is his core circle back heavy punch. And the way this works is he has 3 different versions. The heavy punch version is the slowest, but it's the only one that makes you plus afterwards. So if you do heavy punch and then you press forward and kick, it's a true block string and you're +1 in their face, which means you get to go for a throw, you get to go for a frame trap. So you can cancel it from something like stand heavy punch and then continue pressure that way. So his move's a little slow at 27 frames, which means that if they are really on point, they can react with a jab. But again, you have to be really on point with this. You have to be looking out for that. And you might be thinking, okay, a lot of these slow moves that are plus on block, like Ken Dragon Lash, for example, you just DI. You try to do that against Rashid, you just get armor broken, right? So you pretty much you're just stuck trying to perfect parry it, which is a lot harder than, some of the other responses. The other cool thing about this move is that instead of going to be plus on block, you can actually go for a 50-50. So if you do this move into the back kick version, he says mix up. That's because he's about to mix your shit. You can do immediate overhead. You can do a delayed overhead, or you can whiff a jump light and go for a low. So it's really tricky. They have to jab it, but it's really tough when you have that many options to react. So of all the options this character has from that one move, I think it's going to be really hard to react to his mix-up. The fourth thing, this isn't as strong as I thought, but he has a lot of mobility options that I think are pretty tricky. He has this move that's good for like an anti-air, his core circle back in the air, 3 different versions. They all go forward. They all can like bait stuff. I don't think it's that great because it kind of travels at like a set arc, but I think it's like really good at like, let's say it's against like Jamie DP or something. You bait the DP and then you can kind of punish. But I feel like if you're fighting a Rashid and you see this move, you can just like, all right, I'm gonna air to air you. And it's kind of hard to like beat that air to air. But I think this move where he does like a flip and then he can jump out of the flip by doing another 2 kicks, I think is really good, because you can do this into like a short hop, you can do this into nothing, you can do this into like a medium hop, and you see like the range at which this anti-airs is really tricky. Like I see him jump, I try anti-air, and then that happens, right? I whiff the DP, you get a punch on the DP. You can kind of do the same thing with this too, like if you're jumping from like this range, and they try to DP because they think it's going to be the far version, and they whiff the DP. And then when you condition them to not DP, right, you just get in for free. So I think that's kind of the potential of those moves. They seem really tricky to get in, especially against characters that don't have like full screen DPs like Jury or Gao. I think it's gonna be pretty tricky for those characters to deal with. And the other reason I think this character is good is because he has some of the tools that other characters have. So what makes a strong character in Street Fighter 6? A cancelable crouch medium kick that goes pretty far. Mainly you're canceling this on the drive rush, but even just like a tornado seems pretty decent. Or if you have really good hit confirm reactions, you can do that as well. He has a pretty good drive rush. It's not like amazing. It's not like top tier like DJ or Kim, but it's pretty good. This reaches from round start. So pretty cheap. I actually think his forward heavy kick is also insanely good from drive rush. The fact that this goes like super far and it's plus, along with like all the shorter drive rush options he has to like beta response, I think is really good. Even your dash crouch leg kick is pretty good because you do get a combo from it, right? Alright, so you can get something like that off a drive rush too. That's pretty cheap. The other thing is he has the EXDP. This character actually has the EXDP. As a Kim player, I miss this a lot. 6-frame startup, it's quite good. I'm gonna definitely be abusing that. And the other thing is, I think his Oki is just pretty sick. So like, let's say you get like a drive rush, this, and then you can get this charged fireball, and then you can go into a plus on block move. Very foolproof Oki with that kind of stuff. Now, I do think this character has a few things not going for it. See, it's pretty stubby normals, right? Your farthest reaching normals this, which is like not that far. It's not cancelable. You can like cancel into like, this is probably like the best canceling of the super. Which, by the way, this super is pretty good. I don't think it's like the same strength as like GP's, but I mean, you get these plus on block moves. You can do some tricky mix-ups. Of course, there's parry. I think there's still a lot left to be explored with this. Like, I don't want to say how to sequence into this because I really don't know yet. His damage is also quite low, so like just look at like a jab confirm. Like less than 1,000 damage, kind of insane. So I think this character does have some of the lowest damage from like lights, but he has like some really situational combos. Alright, so this is Rashid max damage, 7,685, which is probably like 2k higher than Kim max damage because this is an extremely good starter, and some of his EX moves have really good combo properties too. His combo is so sick. So maybe in the end, his damage will actually be pretty good. We just don't know yet, but right now it feels like the common hits that you get are pretty low. The other thing that's surprising is like his anti-fireball is not the best. He doesn't have like a projectile invincible move. So the way you're getting around fireballs is, you know, trying to play this game, which I think is still doable, but I could see his character struggling against maybe someone like Gao because, you know, anytime this character jumps, you just flash kick, and flash kick covers like half the screen. I don't know. It's still early, but just the general feeling I get. Overall, I think this character is quite good. So what I want to show you guys is we have Justin Wong, who already made Master Rashid in like 5 hours. But I want to share just a couple gameplay examples. And Jay Wong plays this character in a really fundamentally based way, same way Jay Wong plays every character. And you can kind of see like you can abuse the fundamentals with this character to play pretty well. And Jay Wong will be abusing stuff like the cancelable crouch medium kick and just general shimmy game to you know, get the dubs with Rashid. Yeah, exactly. Throw loops. Yeah, this character does have a throw loop, thankfully. Most characters in this game do, though. And again, some of these can be anti-air too, but of course that's literally a day one character. This is the Oki I was talking about, very cheap, and you can also use that tornado to do like another spin mixer and continue the pressure from that. Again, cancelable crash medium kick. Yeah, you do. This is something I don't have as a Kim player, but being able to cancel a block string into a safe on block move like that fireball or even just light spin mixer is so nice because like a lot of people like mashing after your block strings, and Rashid has very good ways to shut that down. A good jump. Of course, you can like maximize that damage. Yeah, good. H spin mixer is such a good anti-air. And yeah, just doing this Oki, get that free chip on the guard gauge. Although I do think going to spin mixer is a little bit better there because you get like a +2 on block situation. Very good Oki off of his eagle kick too. Good Oki plus quarter carry. Oh, we got these? Oh, he went for the max damage. I'm not sure if it works there, but yeah, you can get a charged fireball in your corners. It's actually part of the trial mode. I don't know what that mix up. I don't think there's actually a mix up there, but I really like the idea. There's probably gonna be like something pretty optimal you can do where you can like frame kill to set up a left right after the tornado. I imagine we'll see something like that when people get better with the character. Nice. Yeah, throws against Honda are quite cheap. You don't get the best mid-screen throw Oki with Rashid, which is kind of unfortunate. There we go. Yeah, you could do that combo. You can also do you can go into the core circle back punch too. Okay, the J1's just fucking this guy up. Honda's whipping stand heavy punch to bait the parry, but ooh, good. Perfect parry there. That was obviously not the combo. That was actually Rashid's overhead. So I have to imagine J1 probably tried to do stand fierce, but these fundamentals come in handy. Oh, another great perfect parry. And yeah, just the corner carry you get, and that Oki is like really hard to deal with. That probably armor breaks if, in case the Honda tries to go for a EX headbutt. Because like Rashid is kind of stubby, you don't have like really good pokes after the headbutt. You don't have any, like anything that reaches. Maybe crouch heavy punch. But yeah, level 3 on reaction. This level 3 seems really good, covers a large part of the screen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Rashid is going to be pretty strong. One other strength I didn't cover that I wish I had is Kimberly. This crouch medium punch is very, very good for stuff like drive rush or headbutt. So like, for example, like a lot of characters, you try to react to drive rush with like a jab, you just get beat, right? Well, this crouch medium punch, very consistent in that. I think having a really strong tool against drive rush against those kind of options with like a really disjointed hitbox like Rashid has, very valuable. I'll be abusing that. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about Rashid down in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm gonna be getting Rashid to master this week. Maybe I'll be playing on Evo. I'm like 50-50. Rashid's like, honestly, he's better than I thought he was gonna be, so I'm really tempted to, but at the same time, I've put so much time into Kim. Do I really want to play Rashid for Evo? I don't know. We'll see how the master run goes. So if you want to check that out, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace and have a good one.